I'm very pleased to be here with you and to share this project called Textile 360. And the theme of this presentation is Reemployance, a field of opportunity between textile recycling and reuse craftsmanship. To explain you what is the context of this work, in France we collected 260,000 tons of textile, and it's a big stream of textile, and only 13% are resold or recycled locally. All the rest of this textile collected is exported or stored, because actually the exportation is stopped in France, and it's a big crisis for the association where collected textiles. In Bourg-en-Bresse, I am working in a social inclusion association called Tremplin. It's a big association. There is 500 employees, and more than 300 are in inclusion. We are collecting 1,000 tons of textile, and we decided to stop export in 2023. And we are the first association in France who are engaged in this way, because export permit to win money for the association. And we decide to find revalorization for 100% of all the textile collected. The objective is to prioritize reuse in shop, and we have 4 shops in Bourg-en-Bresse and 1 in Lyon, a big one. We are working of reuse craftsmanships and upcycling, recycling, and other creative spaces to find solutions. This research question is, can reemployance help build a local opportunity space between recycling and reuse craftsmanships capable of addressing the challenges of sustainability and conviviality. Here you have a photography of insulator called cotton wool, and here it is the work of Jean-Marc Wigan, who are an architect, and work of reuse craftsmanship with our architectural students. The methodology of this work, it's an immersive research in Tremplin, because I am project lead of Textile 360 and an observation participant. And we are collected material library, scouting and experimental reuse process with a lot of partners. We have more than 30 partners for this work. Here it's the first loops. The first one is with Buitex on the cotton. And we are, Buitex made an insulator. You have the sample here, if you want to. No, it's this one. Yes. And we are working on cotton. It's more than 30% of the stream. And we try to sustain the loop, and we work with architects. And here it is a renovation of house called MFR. I don't know the translation in English, but it's for students and young students. And we try to include the cotton wool in every project, architectural project or renovation project in the locality. And we work with the actor to help this market. The second family of work is about basket. And we work with the 8 Impact, and the 8 Impact can transform your basket in cycle path, in sorry, in flooring and in soles. They can transform the elastomer in soles. And that is photography of realization of this, the transformative materials. But when we are working on reuse in the shop and with the recycling, we are working also with polyester. I have the sample here to make to rewave polyester yarn. But when we do all this kind of work, we can exclude, we can treat 70% of textile collected, and we have to work again to find solution. We are working also on reuse craftsmanship, but it's also 2% of the stream. So we are working with partner startup to find solution. And here we are trying to define an emergent space called reemployance. It is a neologism between reuse and affordance. Affordance is a notion developed by Gibson in 1977. And this concept is inspired by Illich for the conviviality, by Gunther Pauli for the blue economy and the opportunity of the waste, by Glenn Adamson for the aesthetic of know-how, and Franck Agéry and Klub for the strong and sustainable economical circularity. The aim is to find opportunity on this waste and to upgrade the aesthetic and the use of this material. The first example is with Vivaluz. She is in the north of France, and she work with the tissue, and we have a sorting with color, yeah. And they don't have to paint this material because she gives to the association the different colors that she wants, and after she can commercialize different texture and different color. And that is, you can find it in Leroy Merlin. It's a big shop in France. And she's a material engineer, and she works now on acoustic materials, and she works for the cinema. But the difficulty for all this sample and all this work is the norm, because when it's a waste, all the material lost the norm. So she are working for the norm for the fire, and she is in progress for that. The second one is PIC. PIC is post-industrial craft. They work in Saint-Etienne, close to here. And they work, that is the material of PIC, and they use a robot of the car industry, and they print big objects for the urban space. And we are trying with, that is called minuscule, and we are in experimentation with them, with few laboratories and eco-organisms to try to print polyester, polyamide, and polycotton. We have to show you the first prototype to the Biennale, but the experimentation is longer than we hope. And we hope to produce some objects, and we will beginning for the content of the material. The third one is Maximum, and we are working with them. You can see Maximum on the entry of the basement, and they do this chair. And we are working with them. They have find this product is called Titium, And Titiam, it's a mix with textile, waste textile, and waste paint, industrial paint. And we work also with Butex because they need to do this kind of material. And after they mix with paint, industrial paint, like a lion, like a bridge between the both material, and they have this kind of material. You can use it, it's a composite, you can use it as wood, and it's the destination is for designer and architect. And the last one, it's Pauline Gamor, who works in a textile lab in Lyon. And she find a product. She mixed seaweed and and textile, and that is cotton. And she obtained a rigid material, and she is created a collection of lamp. And you can do a lot of things with this kind of textile. And in a textile lab, you can improve and research around this textile. And with Tremplin, we can collect for you if you want to try to experiment something. This is a theoretical anchoring for reemployance, and the objective of this reemployance is to describe an invisibility space between reuse craftsmanship, recycling, and strong circularity. And with this organization, you can find solutions for all the textile are collected in association. And for this territory, for the region, at the end of the year, we can, with this partenariat and this research, with success, we can find solutions for all the textile are collected in Bourg-en-Bresse. And we are beginning this work in the metropolis of Lyon. We are going to open a new center for this problematic and to find solution with all this with all this kind of treatment for the textile waste. In conclusion, we can say that we are trying to describe an emergent and a creative space with a low-tech and encourages local, meaningful and material-oriented circularity, extends the residence time, adds social and ecological values, and develops a convivial design approach. And to finish, this is a design made in Ghana, in Accra, with the Earth Foundation. Perhaps you have seen the documentary of the textile waste and they called colonialism waste. And that is the work of reemployance that they do in Ghana. And it's a very nice work with they build their tools and that you can buy it now. It is only a sorting color. There is no add anything. Apologize for my English. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. And would anyone like to have a question?
Thank you very much. First of all, I'm very impressed by your work because I also work with companies in France in recycling clothes, and they are far from being able to recycle everything. So, yeah, I would like to talk with you further about this. But just to understand a little bit more, like the partnership between your initial organization and the various companies you work with is an external partnership, or I mean, how are you making the link between the total amount of textile which is actually acquired and the partnership with the companies? How do you organize that so that all the waste is being reused?
I prepare another. Yeah, that is the ecosystem of the project, and we are different level of work. For example, Buitex and the Eight Impact is operational company, and they commercialize already cycle paths or soles. But in with Enfibre, we are working of the rewave polyester yarn. That is this experimentation. We are 8 partners, and it's experimentation with Refashion and ADEM, was an eco-organism, because it's very difficult to rewave. You understand me? Yarn with heterogeneous textile. It's more easier when you have a waste of production. So we hope that we can share the result on the autumn. And we want to build a jacket 100% on polyester. And like that, it's monomaterials, and it's easier to recycle after. So we are thinking about eco-conception with this work on the waste. And we have the second experimentation is with PIC. PIC actually work with polycarbonate exclusively. And they want to explore the textile. So we hope that we have results in few weeks, few months. So it's different level. But we, with this project, we organize this partnership. Yeah. And Viva Luz, she is operational. And we try with all the people can be included in renovation or construction. We work with architects. And like that, we are creating a dynamic ecosystem, locally and dynamic ecosystem. And that help partneria, that help our friends to grow. Yes. And now the news is that some mark, contact us because they want to have traceability and local projects. So we are working with a new brands. Thank you. The new brands, lovely brands, to work on new clothes or new projects.
I have 2 questions, in fact. Just an open question. I wonder about the overproduction when you, if we transform and recycle, reuse the material and something else, all those brands will offer new products in maybe one day in a mass market. So what is your position about this question? And the second one is about the impact on the health of people with recycled materials. Is there any studies, scientific studies around on these materials in particular?
Thank you. The first this project exists because we were not responsible of our waste, textile waste, and it's not the wonderful project, but it wants that we begin responsible of our waste. So perhaps it's not perfect. You can have pollution. You can have, for example, some of this material you can recycling them, but it was the waste. They was condemned to be burned or to be on the bin. So it is a new turn for all this material to exist, and like that, you don't have to take a new resource on the earth. And for example, this kind of work of Maximum, it is a mix of textile and waste industrial paint, and the test, all these samples are tested, and the environmental impact is studied by this startup of this company, because they are working on a material, but also on a philosophy to protect and to the sustainability. And this one, the test of toxicity is okay, because the transformation with during the process permits that you can use it safely.
Okay, thank you. It was really interesting. I had a question about your collaboration with PIC, I think. I wondered, like it's more a technical question, but how do you manage to print your materials? Because when you use plastic to print, it's like a string, and the heat make it more malleable, more thinner. Is it the same type of techniques with textile?
We began the experimentation next month, precedent month, okay. And it's very difficult to do the good granules, and they try to print, but the result is not good for the moment. But we understand why the origin of the difficulties, and we are going to work with the laboratory in close to here to try to understand this material, because, for example, for polyester, you have a few different polyester. And for polyester, polyamide, or polycotton, it's different. It's a new experimentation. But we hope that the understanding can permit that to print, have a good print after.
Okay, so it's not strings, it's granules?
Granules, yeah.
Okay.
They don't need, they just need the good granules to print here, because here they put a granule in the here. And okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, beautiful work. I see that you use wasted materials, and waste management is the primary thing which is wonderful. The first two stages in any waste management process is very crucial, which is the collection of wastes, which is the primary resource for your new product or material. And the second is segregation or sorting of those waste materials, which will be used to create different kind of materials further. So how do you handle it effortlessly? Because these are very crucial, important, and not easy and difficult.
The sorting? How would
Yeah,
you-
waste collection and then sorting or segregation.
Okay, I'm not sure I am.
Where do you collect your wastes from?
Okay, so we are the association collects 1,000 tons of waste every year, and to do this project, we have manual sorting. The first for the cotton or for the basket, but after we can't sorting anymore. So we have with eco-organism we have 5 scan matière to read the textile, and you know the composition of textile like that. Without this technology, we can't do this project. It's impossible. And
so do you also train the workers on how to segregate? Otherwise, how would they know how to sort? I mean, the manual segregation. Do they also get training on materials, how to segregate initially?
oh, sorry, I need your help. Excuse? Ah, yeah, we form, yeah. So there is 120 person. You are in social inclusion in Tremplin, and some manager with them. And for the success of this project, we change all the way of the work, and they are formed. We organize formation to recognize matière and to read this different composition, and to cut and prepare the material specifically for different partners. So yes, we have formation in the seat on the seat, and now we have partner. We have new association who are included in this project, and they can be formed in Tremplin. For the sorting of different material.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. It was very clear, but I wanted to know something. You said that these samples are made with no colors added. So I wanted to know, how did you do to sort of the color and the textile too, to have different samples and different samples?
So, for example, with Vivaluse and after with Titium, Titium is not again commercialized. They will beginning the production at the end of the year. But Isabelle, we are creating, with Isabelle. She worked for Vivaluse, and she sent to us different color for different red. And after we have work with employees, and we work to have a good sorting for the color that she wants.
And I wanted to know if, because there is different textile, and I wanted to know if you use the jean textile, the denim textile, to do a different type of samples.
Yes, we have beginning the work with brands called Losange. I don't know if you know this brand. They cut. They are in La Nièvre, close to here, at 2 hours of Saint-Étienne, and they cut, for example, jeans or t-shirts, and they reproduce new clothes with a part of used textile, but in good quality. We do a good sorting, and they can remade new clothes. And the jeans is also in the insulator, in the cotton wool. Yeah.
I would like to know if you have brand into Tremplin or if it's all partners. Like, what's your job is to collect textiles and then you give it to partners, or did you have brand inside the association?
The work is to collect it and sorting for the partners, but for the experimentation, the point of the beginning of the experimentation is in Tremplin. I organize this experimentation with different partners.
So you have engineering inside the association also?
No.
No? That's partners who come?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. How do you collect textiles? Do you work with other associations like Emmaüs or other industries?
So we are an operator of sorting and collect. So we collect the textile. There is 10 cars to come to this. That is the collect, the born of collect for Tremplin, and you have this kind of collect in Givors now. Tremplin is have beginning to collect the textile in Givors. And after we have some new structure. We want to engage their structure on this project Textile 360. So they rejoin us.
You went through many really interesting points. You said something especially that I wanted to come back to, and it was that wastes have no norms. And then you've been talking a little bit about the pollution or the particles, maybe emissions, and the testing of that. So I understood that the brands are doing those tests to comply with the requirements. And then I was wondering, when you were talking about, for example, this brand that was working with the textile and couldn't, or you said something about fire protection requirements, and then I wasn't sure if you mean that it's just harder to comply with the requirements, or if you managed to find a way around and to not actually test the textile.
Thank you for your question, because so the norm is an obligation if you want to have markets and if you want to be integrate of architect projects. So we need the norm. It's an obligation. For the cotton wool, it's okay. We have the norm. For the cycle pass, it's okay, and for the flooring also. For the acoustic materials, it's close to have all the norm. So she's working with a new partner to have this norm, and after she can include it in all the project, architectural project, and she work with the cinema. But when I have an interview with Jean-Marc Huygens, the architect. They speak about Patrick Bouchin, who is an architect, and he have a solution. It's an artistic way. And like that, you can count on the norm. That's the only solution.
Yeah, we did
but
the
that's
same.
A good solution.
Yeah, that's the same we did. Yeah. Thanks.
Merci. And I just want to say thank you to Christophe Bardin and Marie Schill, because thanks to them, because I can do this research, and thanks to Gwenaëlle, because she permit me to discover the conviviality of Illich, and it is a strong philosophy in this project. Thank you.